this is FEAS Talks, and I am Armen Vihovagimian, Deputy Secretary General of the Federation of Euro-Asian Stock Exchanges. FEAS Talks are back, and today I am very happy to have with me a new member of FEAS and newly appointed CEO of our new member. So, Jay Waterman, CEO of Blockstation, and we are going to talk about a lot about technologies and about Blockstation. Hi, Jay, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Jay, I want to start with two congratulations notices. First, let me personally congratulate you as a newly appointed CEO of Blockstation. We know each other before it because you have been with the company for a long time, and we are very happy to continue our collaboration as a CEO with you, and I hope we will have a very productive one. So congratulations with your new role.
Thank you very much, and we'll definitely be working together very closely.
And my second congratulations to not only to you and Blockstation, but first to FEAS and our community, as Blockstation has become our new member during this year, and we are very, very happy to welcome you in FEAS family. And as an affiliate member, we are happy to have technology company, and I congratulate us and Blockstation for this new joint cooperation.
Thank you very much.
So Jay, let's start with the cooperation. Why do you think that FEAS will be interesting for Blockstation, and what you are expecting to have in our started cooperation?
Well, FEAS is obviously a leader within the capital markets industry in terms of bringing all the members together and providing education and a framework for everybody to work in a collaborative manner. So what we're hoping to achieve with you is, first of all, education in terms of how blockchain can be incorporated into the capital markets lifecycle to empower the exchanges. Of course, we hear a lot of times about how the blockchain is to disintermediate, but with Blockstation, we're really about empowering all of the existing ecosystem players. So we see a really good fit there. And once we have everybody educated, then having all of those members to be able to collaborate together in terms of creating rules for the region and frameworks in terms of how blockchain is going to be utilized can be very powerful. And once we have that type of collaboration so that we can get the regulators on side and make sure that we have the right frameworks in place, then we can have integration. And what I mean by that is how can the different exchanges work together to ensure that issuers and investors have access to the different securities and the different type of assets that they need. How can issuers have a bigger footprint in terms of expanding across the different countries across the region? These are all powerful things that we want to make sure that we can work together with FEAS and with your members in order to achieve.
Thank you, and this is why FEAS is here for its members and for its new members. So I hope there will be a mutual, interesting collaboration. Let's come to Blockstation. So we know, we at the FEAS Secretariat, we know about Blockstation, but will you please tell us a bit in more details what the Blockstation is about and what are the main scope and progress of Blockstation?
At its core, Blockstation is really a technology solution for the entire life cycle of listing, trading, clearing, and settling digital assets. And that can be securities, and it can also be cryptocurrency. It could also be carbon credits. And so what we do is we provide all the technology, processes and procedures, risk management needed for the exchange, for them to onboard their brokers, for them to create the marketplace with tokenized assets, and in order for them to monitor the marketplace. We provide the depository with everything that they need for safe custody of the assets, clearing and settlement, where they could have 100% insurance on those assets so that investors are secure and safe. We provide the brokers with the portals and the tools that they need for EKYC, AML, portfolio management, suitability management, in very streamlined manners so that they have what they need. Very importantly, we provide the regulators with the platform so that they have oversight of the market, so that they can streamline the process of reviewing the prospectus and providing their no objection. And we provide the brokers with like a discount brokerage portal so that their investors can go in, participate in the tokenized IPOs, invest in different securities. And probably the most important is we provide the tools so that the issuers can streamline two of the things that really prevents most issuers from becoming a public company. One is the creation of the prospectus. So we have built out a platform that makes it very streamlined for them to create their prospectus and disclosure in a compliant way so that they can save a lot of costs. And this is, of course, very attractive to issuers. And the second thing is the headache for the issuers of the continuous reporting, quarterly reports. We've also streamlined that process so that their financials, KPIs, and various things that they're needing to require to report to the exchange can be done in a very streamlined manner. And so, this at our core is what we provide, along with the education and training as well.
Really interesting. You mentioned a universe of services, not only one service or a couple of them, but the universe of services covering all possible participants of capital market. So this is really interesting, and we and our members are looking forward to know more about this in more details during our meetings and events. But within this universe, you are managing also blockchain. So, and this universe is managed by blockchain. And my question will be about blockchain. So nowadays, many exchanges are looking and trying to find ways of using the blockchain. And you are now expertly implementing this for your service universes. So my question is, what are some of the advantages and challenges for stock exchanges? So you have issuers, you have CSDs, you have a lot of stakeholders, but for stock exchanges, what are the advantages and challenges who wants to utilize the blockchain?
I would say that the reality is the blockchain is a tool. And just think of it like a chisel, right? You put the chisel in a master artist's hand, and they're going to create a masterpiece. And if you put a chisel in the wrong hands, you could just imagine all the things that somebody could do wrong with the chisel. So, for example, when you hear about hacks on the blockchain and different crypto exchanges losing all of these, all of people's money, this is the point: is that when you have the wrong implementation of the solution and the wrong players, then you can, this is a challenge. And so the misconceptions associated with this, is really about the tools versus, the people and the procedures and the possibilities. And so, for example, in our implementation, there's no such thing as hacking because it's complete multi-sig cold storage vaults. There's no possibility for anybody to hack because private keys are not online. Another misconception that sometimes the regulators have is in terms of the anonymous aspect. They understand or think that blockchain is completely anonymous, so the regulators are not going to be able to know who's doing a transaction. And so this is very concerning to them. But again, the reality is the blockchain is a very powerful tracking mechanism. And then you have the flip side where they hear that the blockchain is transparent. And so this concern like, oh, is everybody going to see my transactions? But it's not exactly like that. It's transparent where it needs to be transparent, and it's very secure and anonymous where it needs to be, so that just like in the exchange, we want to have, or at any broker dealer, we have different roles and they have access to different information. So they have the least required information to do their role and their job, right? This is the same thing that we incorporate in how we roll out the blockchain. So challenges really come down to, I would say, really educating everybody in terms of how to utilize these tools. And then when we talk about the advantages, advantages are significant. Utilizing the blockchain in the right way, we could pretty easily get T+0 settlement, which alleviates a lot of pressure from the broker dealers. We can have real-time market caps. So for example, in a traditional exchange, when we look at the market cap, it could be 3 months old, because the last time the amount of shares or whatever that were reported did not include some share-based payments that they made to employees or some strategic partners. So these things are not necessarily reflected. But with the blockchain, as those securities are issued, it will show up right away on the blockchain. It will show up right away on the stock market. So this can be very powerful. And of course, you've got transparency. For example, we've all heard of horrible stories with insider traders sometimes doing something that they should not do. With the blockchain, there's an option to, for example, tag insiders' addresses. So if an insider is doing something, it should be transparent. This is for example, an advantage or a use of how we can protect investors by utilizing the blockchain.
So yeah, now I understand why you usually put the education first. Not only the technology, but together with this, you are always speaking about the education. And yes, this is an important part for making all the stakeholders familiar with blockchain and with the advantages of it and how to use it, how to securely use it. And yeah, I think through FEAS channels and for FEAS community, it will be really useful to have the discussions, like continuous discussions on the topic to fully understand all the package and all the advantages of the new technologies and of blockchain. So thank you for this, and thank you for being also in an educational path. So this makes a bit more value rather than only the technology. And I would like to come to the recent news that you had. So according to this news, recently you deployed the digital securities market by leveraging Blockstation platform in Nigeria's NASD. So what are next steps here? Tell us about this a bit more.
Well, the next steps for the NASD in Nigeria is really about market sensitization. And so again, it comes down to that education piece. And we're going to be holding some events in November. The dates, it'll be mid to late November. The dates are not set yet. But what we'll be doing is having in-person sessions where everybody gets to be hands-on on the platform, learn how to navigate the platform, make sure that they learn about the blockchain, and take some of them through the certification program so that they can actually walk out of there with their certificates. And this is all in preparation to go live. So always prior to going live, we have these processes where there's market sensitization so that all the stakeholders understand their roles. And we also do simulators where we deploy the actual live system, and every day everybody will log in and do their actual role in terms of whether if they're a trader, they do some trading. If it's a custodian or depository, they're going to do some settlement. Everybody does what they do on a day-to-day basis, so they get the muscle memory. And once they have the muscle memory, we turn on the switch to go live, everybody knows their job very well. So it's our way of making sure everybody's comfortable and everybody's ready for going live. The other thing we'll be doing is we'll be doing sessions with issuers, so where they can come in and learn how to create their prospectus in a very streamlined manner utilizing our platforms and get them prepared for getting onto the exchange. So it's a really exciting time and looking forward to it.
And we are also following your news, and together with you, we are like fingers crossed to your go live, and we are waiting for more new and great news from your side. But while you were telling about your cooperation with the new market, how you are doing these processes, it came to my mind that you are not only a technology provider, and your business model is something like different. It is, you are mostly going into a partnering. Can you tell about this partnering relationship? So rather than being just a technology vendor, but you are Blockstation is becoming more like a partner. What is the business model of this?
Yeah, so our model really is we want the exchange to be successful, and their success means our success. So we don't want to just have a vendor relationship where we're selling you the technology, we implemented it, our hands are off, and now when you need a change, we're going to try to figure out how to squeeze every dollar out of you for that little change. We want the market to grow. We want capital formation to be easy for companies so that they can do great things and impact the world. So when we come in to work with an exchange, we're helping them, again, of course, with the education piece and the training. We're working with them in terms of adjusting or creating the new rule book, which includes the digital assets, so that they can have appropriate rules based on how new technology works. We work with them to do presentations with the regulators, provide suggestions in terms of what that new legislation may look like, and making sure that everything makes sense in terms of how things actually work, not so that there's like a random legislation that's not applicable to how things are in real life. And we, once the platform once they go live, then we also work together with them in order to help to feed the market, feed issuers to the market. Because we have the end-to-end tools for the issuers through our sister organization, Aliens, we're able to give all the issuers all the tools that they need for managing their financials, their KPIs, their disclosures, everything that they need so that they can be prepared in a prepared state to be a public company on these exchanges. Because without that piece, then you have a lot of issuers who just not ready or would not be interested. So it's really about making sure that we form a partnership, we work together, sometimes we share costs together, and we're essentially our objectives are fully aligned. And that's the kind of partnership that I like.
I also like this type of partnership, and thank you, Jay. Thank you for this information, and thanks for our first FEAS talks. I hope we will have more with more news, and good luck with all your projects, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to our next one, and hopefully the next one will be in person.
I also hope. Thank you.
Thank you.